it all undone.
Well, good evening, folks.
Good evening, everyone.
You're Ilana.
And you're Sean.
And together we are the
Downunder
Downunder Cruisers. Welcome aboard, folks.
Welcome in, guys.
Well, let's have a look. Who was first in the chat? Young Heather from Ussenmore.
Good evening, Heather.
Then
Should
we
I
had...
say very good morning.
Then we've got Troy from the Nomadic Rat Pack.
Hello
G'day,
there.
Troy. How you going?
Thank you for joining us. It's your first time.
Yeah, I met Troy on Kenny. Sorry, Ford Man here on Kenny's live chat last night or the night before, and so built up a good friendship, and so there he is.
Yes, the name's familiar. I have seen Nomadic Rat Pack around.
Troy saying g'day to Heather. Good morning, good evening, whichever the case may be. Well, for us it's evening. For you guys over the pond, it's a very early morning. Now, wait a minute. Who's this?
I don't know who that is. Some person with my name?
Just some.
How dare
Okay. So, Nomadic Rat Pack, Troy has a very interesting channel. He's involved in the RV space.
Lovely.
So, maybe we
Fabulous.
can see if we can't get some of his link up there by some chance. See how we go.
Wonderful.
Welcome aboard, Troy. I think you're going to enjoy it. We're going to have some fun today. Got some very good info. You're busy talking to, I don't know who you're talking to.
I'm welcoming in Troy.
Well, very good. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Dave.
Good old
Hello,
Dave.
Dave.
How you hanging, buddy? What's it today? The microwave or the dishwasher? Wait a minute. You were going to get the microwave fixed, wasn't it? Okay, I don't know.
Good to see you.
Yep. And here's Dana from Barefoot in
all that way
Alaska.
up north in Alaska.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you guys.
Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Let's see who else is there. Oh my. OMG, Granny Square. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you on board.
Is Granny Square in South Africa?
No. That's another one from Kenny.
But is Granny Square is saying for me it is 11 a.m. now here in South Africa.
Hang on. Let me go back. Where was it? Let me go back. Is that further down or right up? Where was it? Oh, there it is. It's further down. Okay. Wow. I will sort that question out in a second.
Sean's going to find that very interesting.
Facebook user. Which one's that one? Whoever you are, give me your name. Who are you?
I wonder if it's that same.
Just tell us where you are.
Just give us a clue and we'll have a guess.
I think that might be Lauren. I could be right. I could be wrong. Yep. So for you, it's 11 a.m. in South Africa. Whereabouts in South Africa are you from? Ursula? Joburg or Cape Town?
Or somewhere in between.
Yeah, somewhere in between. Dave saying g'day.
G'day.
Oh, look at this. Ford Man here. G'day, Kenny.
Kenny.
How you doing, buddy? I'm trying to work really hard on that. Ford Man here. See, maybe we'll get it right as we go through. And then, of course, Troy is saying we've been very excited to meet you. And Ursula, since you were on Kenneth's panel.
Oh.
I wish I could have been on that panel to check him out.
Lovely.
Let me see.
We've got lots of new people in tonight.
Yeah. Look at this, Dave.
Fantastic.
Blowing a gale. Have the microwave hooked up to the Hills host. Free power.
Can I come and hang my washing out? Oh, maybe some people may not know what a Hills hoist is.
Yep.
Very Aussie invention, the Hills hoist. It's a rotary clothesline that was invented here in Oz. There's no Aussie backyard without a Hills hoist.
Heather's just asking whether Dave is live from the oven.
We have a running joke with Dave.
Yeah, Dave's one of those guys. Yep.
He's watching us on his microwave.
Let's have a look. Who else is in the chat there? Oh, we've got another one. Fairy Dust Pinner. Welcome aboard. You're from Southern California now. Thank you for popping in.
Thank you. Lovely.
I hope you guys enjoy the show. We've got a little bit of interesting info we're going to talk about a little later on, and then we'll go from there.
I hope so.
Well,
I'm glad you've got interesting information.
I haven't.
I'm saying I'm glad you have.
Listen, I don't have any info. You're the one with the interesting info.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Ursula's saying I can be from Kenya and from South Africa because it's YouTube. We're all over, hey? I quite agree. And
Najuma's here.
look, new guests.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you. And by the way, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So Ursula's from Cape Town.
Oh.
By the sea. Awesome.
Ursula, do you detect an accent this way?
Yeah, I'm originally from Joburg. So Ursula, you and I could actually speak in Afrikaans and nobody would understand.
Oh, dear. Please.
Hang on, let me think about that for a second. We could speak in Afrikaans and I wouldn't understand.
Afrikaans is very good,
yeah.
considering how long you have been here in Oz, which is how many years now?
Yes. Troy is saying that we're enjoying this already. Fantastic. Welcome aboard. Hey, Najuma. Welcome, Najuma.
Hey.
Now, if anybody was a supporter, this lady, this Najuma Brown, is the most incredible supporter I've ever met. She's on everybody's channel. Welcome aboard, Najuma. It's nice to have you here. Okay, Ursula, you stayed in Joburg for about 4.5 years, met Happy there, and then he wanted to move back to Cape Town, so here we are. Well, let me say, you made a good choice. Cape Town is a lot safer than Joburg, but then again...
And more attractive too,
Well, it is. It's very pretty, especially Table Mountain.
Beautiful.
Especially when they lay the table. You know, the cloud comes over.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we've got some more people in here. Now, wait a minute. Heather's busy saying to Dave, you should consider the oven more spacious. Yeah.
Take the racks out first. Though.
Yeah, that's it. R.S. Chavez, welcome aboard.
Good vibes,
nice to see you.
Yes.
It's been at least a week.
We like good vibes.
Yeah, we do. Oh, look who's here. Halfwood Harvey. Hey, mate, I really love your motorbike trick that you did the other night. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you on board.
Halfwit Harvey, I sometimes say to Sean, he's a wit, but only half.
Yep. Okay, Dana, what's the for?
Oh.
Dave is saying, Ursula, you have that mad snake catcher in your city. Which one? There's several.
Okay.
Heather saying g'day to R.S. Chavez. Let's have a look. Who else is in there? Everybody's saying g'day to everybody.
I think I know who this might be.
Ilana cruising from Haifa. Wow. I wish. Who do you think it is?
We're actually talking about that.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
So if it's who I think it is, yes.
Okay.
That's pretty exciting, except for the fact that we are here.
Let's have a look. Who else is there? Everybody's saying g'day to everybody.
Great. Wonderful.
Hang on.
Introduce yourselves if you haven't been here before so we all know each other. So we get to know you.
Okay, so Ursula's saying, oh, that is so cool. Yes, I do speak in Afrikaans for sure. When I'm tired, it really is a schlep to keep on translating into English. Yeah, I know the feeling. For me, I've been speaking English so long, it's a bit hard for me to go back to Afrikaans. But then Afrikaans isn't my mother tongue, so there we go. Troy is saying, please remember to give the Downunder cruise a big thumbs up. Thank you very much, Troy. We really appreciate it. Yes, Thanks. It helps the YouTube algorithm recommend their channel to others. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it.
And can I say, we are five friends away from 300. So if you haven't yet hit that button and left some kangaroos in our top paddock, please do so this evening. That would be really wonderful.
So Ursula's saying that her husband is one of those English-speaking South Africans who can barely speak Afrikaans. So I go it in English until I run out, then over to Afrikaans. Hey, listen, there have been worse languages than English, right? Sorry, half the community are English. Yeah. So
Well,
sorry.
well, there are worse languages than English in terms of harshness of sound.
Yep, that's right. So Heather's saying to Halfword, hi, sorry you slipped in and out. I didn't see you. Ursula's saying to David Burgess, he's in Johannesburg, is he not? No, Dave's actually based in
Dave's with us
New South
over
Wales.
here,
Yes.
just up north.
Yeah, whereas I'm an ex-Joburger. Heather, sorry, not Heather, that's Dana is saying the speaking Afrikanese. No, Afrikaans is a Dutch derivative. It's got a bit of Dutch. It's the Dutch would call it kitchen Dutch. So it's mixed with Dutch, French, and that's about it. Dutch and French and a bit of German thrown in. So mostly it's Dutch based. David is saying the bloke that catches the black mambas.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have a clue, Dave.
Is he on a TV show?
I don't know.
Is he a bit like Crikey?
I wouldn't know.
No, I'm asking Dave. Dave might know.
Harwood Harvey, I come over to see from over the Tasman Sea.
Oh, are you a Kiwi?
Yeah, no, he's oh yeah, it could be.
Are you a Kiwi?
That's right, you are a Kiwi. But which city? Which city? I'll just
Ari Chavez is telling us, can't be long before I'm preparing to do sunset live streams. Fantastic.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well done.
That'd be nice. About time you did it.
Let us know.
Dave is saying, has someone opened up international travel? This is fantastic. Dave, in case you didn't know, international travel has already been going on.
Yes, there's some that's been going on sort of quietly.
It's called YouTube. We've got it's Bonnie from South Florida.
Ah, okay.
Welcome aboard, Bonnie.
Bonnie.
We're used to seeing your other picture.
Sorry,
but welcome aboard. Nice to have you.
we thought you might have been someone else.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah,
yes,
it's great news. Though.
Now we're talking about great news, so that's going to be excellent. We'll get there in a minute. Ursula is saying to Dave, I've also seen that snake catcher, and I believe he's in Joburg, as we call it. We don't say the whole. No, it's too much like hard work. G'day, Bill. How you going, buddy? Welcome aboard. Nice to have you on board. I hope you have a safe day today, and hopefully we keep you nice and awake as the day progresses.
We haven't seen John tonight.
No, we haven't. Shush, because then we'd have to give him a time check.
Well, he'll always ask for that anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Heather's saying to Dave, I know, right? Laugh out loud. A lot of travel in one box. Dave is saying, I just know I watch him with eyes closed. That's what he's saying to Ursula. Yeah, I would too. Heather's saying to Dana, how are you this morning? Dave is saying, if you want thumbs up, you need some Tasmanians on here, so they have three and
three on each hand. Yes.
Nice one, Dave.
Bonus fingers, bonus thumbs. Yes.
So Ursula's just clarifying that we're speaking about the snake catcher. He's in Joburg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else have we got here? We've got
Halfway to Harvey's telling us where he's from precisely in Kiwi land.
I'll get to that in a sec. Just saying, Ursula's saying that we were a Dutch colony for many years until we became a British one, and then all sorts of stupid things happened.
I had a friend in Bloemfontein.
Yeah.
I just love saying that name.
Bloemfontein?
Bloemfontein.
Bloomies.
I'm not South African, so I probably don't say it terribly well.
Good old Bloomies. So Fordman here is busy saying g'day to everybody, which is awesome.
Awesome.
And Ursula saying to us, yes, the snake catcher has a TV show about catching snakes.
Oh.
Anybody can call him to come and catch a snake, and he does. He's tattooed all over his body, only face left.
Wow.
See, ooh,
Mm.
that's a bit much.
Have to go and see if we can find him and have a look.
Yep.
Mm.
So Heather's busy asking her. Oh no, Ursula's saying just grab some coffee, please. Ursula, grab some while you're at it. Give us
what
some.
would you like?
Yeah,
Place some
a latte.
we haven't got our coffee this evening.
No.
It's most unlike us.
No, it is. Heather knows that it was Bonnie on Facebook. I thought it might be my cousin, but anyway.
I thought it might be mine.
Dave is saying to Fordman here, "G'day, mate." Okay, Halfwood, the base of Mount Taranaki
Oh,
by the sea. Oh, awesome! That's awesome.
can I just suggest
Yep,
where Harvey lives? That's the place to RV.
it is a place to RV.
New Zealand.
New Zealand
all
has
over.
got to be
Brilliant.
one of the most exquisite places. You get off the plane in Auckland, you go and hire an RV, and you just travel from top to bottom.
Take the ferry across to the South Island.
That's it.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Glorious.
Fordman here is saying hello to everyone. I've missed in the chat, but didn't get tagged. That's cool. I just love the way whenever you see Kenny and he brings up any of his videos, he always starts off, Fordman here. It's awesome. It's great. Welcome back, Ursula. You haven't missed much. All I've been saying is Fordman here. Sorry about that.
No,
okay.
you're not.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not. Let's see. So Heather's saying to Bill, good morning, Bill. Hope you're doing well. Careful on your way to work. And Bonnie is now back in her.
Hello, Bonnie. You're
Hello.
back again as yourself, not
Bonnie-
as anonymous Facebook user.
Bonnie, I'm going to ask you: Are you suffering from split personality? One hand on the Facebook and the next hand on the. Okay, while you're here, let's have a chat.
Hope you're doing well. I hope Bubba and Princess are well.
Yep. Now, topic at hand:
Yes.
Odyssey of the Seas.
Yes, some exciting news from Royal Caribbean that they are finally getting a ship ready to sail from Haifa in Israel through the Greek islands. Happening very soon,
Isn't that
apparently
exciting?
in May.
Isn't that exciting? And
Odyssey of the Seas.
Yep.
But because Israel's vaccination program has gone really well and almost all their population has actually been vaccinated, and considering their mumbo numbers were really full on,
yeah.
they've done an amazing job. So Odyssey of the Seas will be going to Haifa in Israel and doing short 3 to 7 nights. I've got my little notes here. 3 to 7 nights from Haifa through Santorini and Limassol, Cyprus, and around the islands. Beautiful.
That is absolutely awesome. I think they
It is
they
awesome.
took the hint from Oasis of the Seas, which was out in Singapore.
In Quantum.
Quantum.
Yeah,
beg your pardon.
Quantum's in Singapore.
Quantum's in Singapore, and
Having very successful
they've
cruises.
had, yeah, absolutely. They haven't had any
We've heard no peep,
issues
not
at
a
all.
peep out of them
not
with anything going wrong. Can I just say, I've actually taken that cruise. It wasn't a cruise. It was actually a ferry trip that I did when I was living in Israel back in the 80s.
Yep.
And wasn't quite Quantum of the Sea quality, though. It was a really rundown ferry that I took from Haifa through to Patras in Greece, through the islands. Brilliant.
So look, have a look here. Look here. He loves how the way I say Fordman here.
Well, now I have to listen out for Kenny saying that because I've not actually heard it.
Haven't you? You haven't been watching many of Kenny's videos.
No,
He does.
I have to admit
Kenny
it.
does his taste testing.
Yes, I know that. Yes.
And he'll always start the video off with Fordman here, and then go on with his discussions.
Has
So
he tasted Vegemite yet?
I don't know actually.
Kenny, have you tasted Vegemite? And if not, then there's a challenge for you.
Axel Grease. Bonnie, hi to Heather. How are you doing, Heather? I enjoyed watching Casey on the other night. Yeah, Casey's a good kid.
Yes,
He's an awesome kid. So Ursula saying to us, Halfwood Harvey, my brother-in-law and his wife emigrated to New Zealand. They love it. Been there now for 4 years. You kidding me? This is a small world, and it's getting smaller every. So when are you leaving?
Wow. So yeah.
When are you going over? At least to NZ, if not NZ, coming here.
Yes, and the same.
To
We've got
us.
some potential visitors here.
Seriously, come on. Got to get out of that place.
Well, once the bubble bursts, or because we're now, I think, stopped from going across to New Zealand now because of the one case in Auckland, I believe.
Yeah, it's only temporary though.
Yeah.
Ursula's saying they send us a lot of pictures about New Zealand. Can't stop talking about how clean NZ is.
That's cool. It really
it is gorgeous, and you've got to get on. You've got to get there, and you've got to go. You've got to make your move. It's a great place to live.
We honeymooned there. We had our first cruise to New Zealand. Awesome. We honeymooned there. We think we're pretty special, but over there, I'm not saying it's better than us in terms of nature and everything, but it's pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Not another one.
Bonnie is saying, I have a catch of the day. Caught a raccoon last night, waiting for the trappers to relocate it.
I love that photo you had of all the cats and then spot the imposter. I thought that was very cute.
That was cool.
I shouldn't be laughing. I don't know what raccoons are like. They're obviously pests.
Heather saying to Bonnie, managing, is something else. Don't know who she's referring to. Bonnie is saying I have many that she has many personalities. Okay, I think I'll shut up there. Ursula is saying, Hump Day, I heard about that for the very first time since I started up my channel during our lockdown last year. Now I hear it everywhere. Yeah, Hump Day it is.
Well, for us, we're already almost over Hump Day now.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Dave is saying, and some inference from some international flights out of Oz in June, perhaps, depending on the vaccines. Well, that's an interesting one, Dave, because we know that Qantas are saying we won't be able to leave the country on a Qantas flight unless you're vaccinated. So that's going to be interesting to see.
But I think the government was just saying, was it yesterday, that I think they're extending their travel ban for a while, a little bit longer.
I didn't hear about the travel ban. What I heard was that Chairman Dan wanted to extend the state of emergency in Victoria.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about federal government and international travel altogether.
I don't know. Yeah, it's government.
It changes. Daily, weekly, monthly.
Yep. Bonnie is saying, how I wish I was a suburb right now. I'd love that cruise from Israel. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dana was saying, sorry, making a cup of tea. I'm back. Well, Dana, at least you got us on loudspeaker. We don't mind. Dave is saying Israel is awesome.
It is. You've obviously been there, Dave.
To be honest, I haven't. I
lived there for 9 years.
Bonnie, so Heather saying to Bonnie, oh my goodness, I know, right? I just want to visit Israel one day. Yep, that will happen. So, Kenny, Vegemite. I call it axle grease.
Is that what he's asking?
Yeah, Vegemite.
Shall I go and get a jar and show him?
If you must.
I'll show you what Vegemite is,
if
Kenny.
you
Excuse
must.
me for a second. I'm not going to try some right now because I haven't got toast.
Ursula's saying, I love Kenny, but I must always make sure I've already eaten before joining him on a live because I lose my appetite. I know the feeling. Depends on what he's eating. Bonnie is saying to Ursula, you should watch Hani's Beach Life channel. Always starts with the Hump Day commercial with the camel.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, so Ursula's saying to us, no plans of leaving, only visiting. No, love South Africa, love the people here, love the culture. I can't think what will make us leave. Too old to start over, I think.
Oh, no, don't know. You're never too old to start over.
Ursula, I'll be honest with
Seriously?
you. I know the thing that got me out of there was very simple, was having to do national service when I was there. Now I'm a little bit over 21, so um, that's why I'm here. Kenny, that is Vegemite.
Delightful.
That is Vegemite. I call it axle grease because it bloody well is. But hey, go ahead, give it a go. Try it.
Interesting how it can taste so salty, yet there's no salt in it.
Yeah, but it's okay. Shut up, Sean.
Anyway,
Bonnie's saying, after the local news story about the crazed raccoon that bit two women, I'm going to try to relocate the ones that come near my house. Princess would love to fight with one.
that must be like our equivalent of possums,
Possums,
who,
yeah.
who are pests. But we're not allowed to. We're not allowed to trap them.
No, we can't.
No, I actually think they're protected.
They get it. They have a trapper come and do it. Ursula's saying, we live in Durbanville here in Cape Town, and it's a lovely place. Town started because of all the farms around it. Still has a small town feel, but growing fast. Troy is saying, wow, I've missed so much in chat. I was unloading the dishwasher and reloading it while I was listening.
That's all right. If Dave can watch and listen via the microwave, you might be able to do that via the dishwasher.
He was going to put his ear next to the kettle, but it got a little bit hot for him. Dana is saying, please, we need to know what veggie items is.
Okay.
It's Vegemite.
Vegemite.
So Vegemite is basically
It's a spread that you put on toast. It's a very famous Aussie icon, and it's black. And you spread it. Some people like it really thick, but small doses only. No, Sean can't stand it. He calls it axle grease, and actually it looks like axle grease. I don't know how he knows it tastes like axle grease unless he's actually tasted axle grease. And it sort of smells a bit like beef, like a beefy extract, but there's no beef whatsoever in it.
It's actually the leftovers of making beer.
It's yeast. It's a concentrated yeast extract. Yeast extract from yeast grown on barley and wheat. Mineral. Oh, it has got a little bit of salt.
A little bit. Okay.
Anyway.
Bonnie is saying to you, Ilana, she has a third cousin in Israel. She just got married last year and is expecting her first baby.
Well, Bonnie, there's a good excuse to go.
Awesome.
I've got lots of family over there, and I haven't been. It's been 20 years.
Okay, so let me spell this for you, Dana. It's Vegemite. So take out the second G and the I. Vegemite.
Yes, in the song "The Land Down Under," she just smiled and I better not sing. Might get in trouble.
Smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah, not just from music critics, but yeah, she just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. There you go.
Troy is saying Vegemite was mentioned in a music group by the name of Men at Work, video and song from years ago when I was a teenager. Yep, it was mentioned. It is typically Australian, and there it is. Dave says we take sachets of Vegemite on every overseas cruise and hand them out to all the Aussie staff. We are like the food version of drug dealers.
Little sachets, yes.
Dave, I expected better of you, mate.
Open up your coat and you've got lines of sachets hanging on the inside of your coat. The sniffer dogs you'd be popular with them.
Dana's saying it seems like I've heard of it. You have in a song.
You have.
And Troy is saying, Dave Burgess, that's funny. Food drug dealers. Yep. You know, in Australia we can't get drugs, so we do it in food. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Yep, right. Ursula's saying her brother also did national service, so we were the same generation, perhaps. Is Vegemite like our South African Marmite? Yes.
Yes.
No different.
Well, apart
Well,
from the
that's,
taste.
yeah,
Actually, I
it
like
is
Marmite.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the same sort of, same
Yeah.
purpose.
yeah. Dave is having a bit of a giggle at Nomadic's statement. Bonnie is saying, have you watched Scott Singer's video of him
Yes.
tasting Vegemite?
Yes.
It was hysterical. I thought Scott was going to cry.
Yes.
Wayne Fountain gave him the Vegemite to try.
Yes. I think he was
Yes.
almost gagging.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, we had a bit of a
That was
giggle.
awesome. Okay. Welcome aboard, Adventures of Moon Man.
Hello.
Finally caught the stream. Good on you. And this is, well, yes, this is my gorgeous wife. She's the better half. I'm just the worst half. Ilana is her name.
Hello, nice to meet you.
So welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you. Another one of Kenny's
Yes,
hangovers.
I've heard of.
Yeah. Sorry. Ford man here. Bonnie's saying, I'm actually not allowed to trap the pests, raccoons and possums.
Mhm.
Have to hire a licensed trapper to catch them and relocate them.
Yes, we do too. Well, for the possums anyway.
Yep.
And occasionally Sean as well.
What?
If you're
If you're unloading and loading your dishwasher and reloading it, you're either a big eater or a restaurant. Yes, Dave, I can tell you, Troy is a restaurant. No, he's not. He just has a small dishwasher.
or lots of dishes.
Exactly. Ursula's saying, oh, I love it. It is delicious. That Vegemite, you get a beef version called Bovril. Yeah, that's right.
We do too. We've got Bovril. Yeah, put in hot water for a drink as well.
Coffee, tea, or Bonox.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Heather's saying to us, oh, then I can eat that.
No, you can't.
Can't eat that. No, it's not good for you.
You can't.
No. If you have celiac, if you're a celiac or you are gluten intolerant, don't touch it.
It's sweet. Yep.
Troy to Dave. We just use dishwashers to store our dirty dishes until it's full to wash them. Then we need to unload them and start over. But yes, I'm a big eater too. Love my kitchen. Let's have a look. We've got.
It's like we were on drugs then for a second.
Yeah, that's right. Because our screen just suddenly came in our face. Yep. Dana, that's what he said. Yep. Bonnie, in the UK, they have Marmite. Another yuck.
Oh,
yeah.
Marmite's much nicer than Vegemite, I think.
Well, it's not as salty. Dana, I always wondered what that line really was.
There you go.
Now you know. Ursula, I'm crocheting here while listening to you guys.
What are you making?
So what are you making?
That's what I said.
Snap. Najuma, the Downunder cruise. Sean, Ilana is getting ready to put you in timeout.
Always Najuma.
Najuma, I spend my life in timeout.
But he likes
You know what? If we had a doggy, she'd put me in the doghouse with the dog.
See, I could threaten him with a spanking, but he might say, yes, please. So
Yeah, I would like it. No. Oh, my God.
put the paddle away. Down.
Stop. Oh, no, stop. No. Dave was saying, read the Vegemite sachets. Picture me on the good deck, on the pool deck, and it's 100 degrees and me throwing the raincoat open. Who wants some? Oh, that's awesome. Yep. I love that. Dave saying g'day to the Adventures of Moon Man. And
can I just say Adventures of Moon Man?
Yes.
That name fascinates me. Moon Man. I want to know why.
To be honest, I've forgotten the story.
Oh.
So Adventures of Moon Man, give us a hint.
Moon Man. Why are you Moon Man? Please tell me.
Yep.
I am curious.
Bonnie was just thinking about Dave's comment. Ursula is saying, my channel is about crochet and
lives and
tutorials.
Oh, okay.
So I've got to stay ahead of creating. Mm-hmm. I'm making a triangular scarf with cotton because it's so hot here.
Yep, gotcha.
What's the temp in Cape Town now? You guys are still a bit warm, eh? So what's the temp?
Well, we're day 3 into autumn now, so that's why we've got our autumn background, our fall background.
Cape Town is South Africa is Southern Hemisphere as well. So
Yes, well, there. Yes, I know.
but Johannesburg is up tropical.
Yep.
So yep.
Cape Town's on the coast. Joburg's not, is it?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Joburg is inland.
So it'd be different.
Yep. So
I'd love to learn how to crochet. I've tried knitting and I just don't have the patience. I can't cast on. I get drop stitches.
So Dave's asking a question. So what's your thoughts another week down the track with cruising? Must be more positive, surely. Well, yeah, there's a couple of things going on. I mean, you've got Roy, sorry, not Royal. Is it NCL? We've got the Odyssey of the Sea now sailing in the Mediterranean or coming out of Israel. There is a bit of talk about the CDC calming down a bit with regard to test cruises, and I've heard a couple of other ships talking about May or so, a couple of other cruise lines talking about May or so doing some test cruises. So, and interestingly enough, I was watching another channel. What's he call himself? He calls himself Ship. He's a cruise director on a shipping line on P&O, but the Australian P&O, and he's picking up a ship in Singapore, which is the Pacific Explorer. He's picking that ship up in Singapore, and then they're going to be bringing it down under. So,
really?
Yeah. So
he's got a date for that, has he?
Well, he's booked. He's on it.
Well, we're okay.
The crew are being dispatched to it.
Oh, okay. That's probably just going to be local cruising.
Yeah.
Because, well, the way our vaccination programs are going,
well, I think
we won't be vaccinated till the end of the year.
I was talking to Steve, our pharmacist, and apparently the pharmacies are now going to be allowed to do the vaccine as well.
That's going to be very interesting. Okay. Considering the conditions in which the vaccinations need to be given. But,
they have to actually set up a space for it, turn it into like a mini clinic, and then they have to, and then you have to, once you've got, the storage. Temperature. Yep. Well, the pharmacies have got that.
Yeah.
And then once you've been vaccinated, you've actually got to wait for 30 minutes.
That's right. So you've got the pre-vaccination people and then the post-vaccination people.
That's right.
Waiting in different places.
Yeah. So Heather's saying that she loves knitting and learning to crochet.
Yeah, she's a very talented lady, Heather.
So in answer to your words, Dave, yeah, things are actually sounding quite positive. And I think that we should have some local cruising within the next couple of months out of Oz.
So we've got new chairs and they're rolling all over the place.
They're rolling because
I'm rolling.
You're rolling.
I'm rocking and rolling.
Must have been that cup of coffee you haven't had to drink.
That's the problem.
Ursula is saying that it was up to 37 and 40 this week. I didn't know Cape Town got that hot.
Yeah, Feb's usually our hottest month too.
Yeah. I can't wait. You know that it always starts raining here after Easter. Yeah. Well, Joburg was raining at 4:00 every afternoon, so you could set your clock by it. So interesting to see what happens with Cape Town. Okay. Bill is saying g'day to Najuma. And then we've got David saying Astra next week, I believe. Yep. Well, we've got Pfizer. So Astra.
Yes, arrived.
Yep.
Astra's arrived.
Yeah.
It's about the distribution of it.
I believe that in the US they've got the Johnson & Johnson one right now. And that's an interesting one because that's a single dose only. So interesting. Well, we'll see how we go.
We will.
Dave is saying, I am now confident about our November cruise.
Great.
Yep. I think it's going to happen.
Let's be optimistic.
Yeah. Bonnie's saying that in Florida, the vaccines are given at the pharmacy inside the supermarket. I'd prefer to get the vaccine at my doctor's office just to be safe.
I agree.
Yep. Seeing as we're talking about this topic, I think it's about time I did this.
Oh. How
Okay.
exciting that looks.
How
Our
excitement.
cruise. Can't wait.
Yep.
If any of you are interested, you've never been cruising and you'd like to dip your toes in the water, come and join us.
We'll be
October 2022.
cruising October 2022.
Out of Miami.
Out of Miami, going to those 4 places.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to say them again. You saw them. So let's have some fun.
Join us,
let's...
the Downunder Cruisers, Heather and Dwight from Us and More, Cindy and Doug from Spikers Crazy Adventures, and have some great fun and meet some really fair people.
Like us, of course, you know. I mean, jeez. And for you guys that are your side of the pond, I mean, for you to go on a cruise is not a real big deal. For us, it's like hundred millions of thousands of dollars.
And kilometers to cover to get there.
That's correct. I mean, because not only do we have to pay your US dollars, we have to pay it in Aussie, which means it's about 2/3 more. So come and join us.
Yeah.
Come and join us. So Troy is saying that Johnson & Johnson was just approved there in the US, so he's agreeing with me.
Yep.
Dave is saying to Bonnie, the checkout chick at Woolies can give me mine. Give you your
the vaccine.
Yeah,
Sean, the vaccine.
Okay.
Yeah, they have in America, the States, they have pharmacies inside sort of department stores, and very different to us here.
Ursula's saying just a fun fact of sorts. I'm first South African crochet YouTuber. I've got so much talent that it seems like South Africans are more on Facebook than YouTube. I have a Facebook group of 750, but yeah, I know the feeling.
But there's more to that. Get them
to come over to YouTube is a mission. Is it a culture? So I go on Facebook to post videos of how to go on YouTube, and it seems problems is when password is asked to log into YouTube, they just turn around.
Actually, it's interesting that you say that because we're finding actually a very similar thing here.
Yeah, it's an Aussie thing too.
We've got a big group on Facebook in terms of Aussies, but to get them onto here is not easy.
No, it's not.
So we are scratching our heads too.
Exactly. It is an interesting phenomenon, the South Africans, eh? No, it's not only South Africans. Aussies are the same. So Ursula's saying, I love this. Is this slideshow places you've been? Fantastic. Oh, those pink blue houses remind me of Bokap. No, actually, it's the cruise we're going on. So
We're going to the Caribbean.
To the Southern Caribbean.
To be precise.
And those are places that we will be going on our cruise from the 15th of October 2022 through to the 23rd.
Leaving out of Miami, we're going to Aruba, La Romana.
I'm glad you said it.
Amber Cove.
And Bonaire.
And Bonaire.
Maybe
not necessarily in that order, correct.
Not in that order. Yep. It does look fun. Dana, come and join us. Troy is saying to the Downunder cruise, my original dream was to be on a sailboat of large proportions and tour the world. However, my body had different plans for me, so I've reluctantly become a land lover. Okay, so Troy, that depends. I mean, if you were in the Navy, I could understand. But if you are a person who enjoys the finer things like sitting around a pool, drinking pina coladas and anything else that you can contemplate, well, then I think it's just for you, mate. That's what I think. Heather's going, yay, the group cruise.
Yay, yes.
We're so looking forward to that. In fact, we are co-hosting it with Us and More, as well as Spiker Crazy Travels, and Cindy Spiker, who is the better half, no, one of the halves of the Spiker travel group. She's our travel agent, so we'll get her involved and just have a chat to her. You know, you guys might enjoy coming with us on the cruise. You
can private message Cindy.
Yep.
Or let us know, and we'll put you on to Cindy.
The details are below underneath the stream. Okay, so Troy is saying, and entered the RV community for my passion and enjoyment instead.
Do you know what? Travel is travel.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Whichever way you enjoy seeing the world or your home. And I think at the moment with Mambo, I think we're more and more appreciating our own countries.
Absolutely. Bonnie is saying, I think Cindy Spiker, now that's spelt a really good South African way, Spiker, recently celebrated her birthday. I still need to contact her about your group cruise. Well, Bonnie, hurry up.
Please do, Bonnie.
OMG, you've got to get onto it.
OMG.
Yeah. Troy is saying to the Downunder cruise, however, being on a cruise seems like a lot of fun and something that might be in my future because being on a large ship is like being on land. Absolutely. You will love it, Troy. Come on down. Join us.
It is fun. And you find something. There's something for everyone to do.
Yep. I know one of our fellow travelers, Larry from Plum Travelers, is not here. So I can let you guys into a secret about all the things that we're going to be doing on the cruise. But I'm not.
No.
So
Don't spoil a surprise.
No. Dave is saying Oz dollar getting better, guys. Nearly 80 cents. First time we cruised, 104. Goodness me.
Yep.
Goodness me. Okay, Bonnie says, I can't remember most of the passwords needed to get into certain sites.
Oh, Bonnie. This is an issue with us.
Bonnie,
oh, no, sorry, us. Me.
The bane of my life. Ilana has 3 passwords. Do you think she can remember them?
No,
3.
No.
Just 3.
It's not remembering the passwords themselves. It's remembering which of the 3 passwords I've got for each particular application.
Dave is saying our next year's cruise in early November from Vancouver. So look out. We might just do yours first. Apologies in advance. Dave,
no
I would
apology.
be really upset if you didn't come on our cruise. I'd be really upset if you didn't.
But you had one, didn't you have one on the 22nd of October? We come back on the 23rd of October.
Yeah, but, well, that, I don't know.
I think there's some crossover, possibly.
Ursula saying, yes, not I have lots of talent. The South Africans have a lot of talent. But I'm glad to hear that it's not only in South Africa. I'm so glad I mentioned it. Ursula, just relax.
It's an interesting phenomena, but
No fuss, They will eventually learn.
Yeah.
Troy is saying, Sean and Ursula, Sean, I spaced your name out because my voice to text puts in the second way. It did. I've been known in live chats to write many novels. We don't mind. You can write away. It all adds to the time involved in doing the chat. So keep going. We don't mind. Dave to Troy, a cruise is land-based unless you fall overboard. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. Troy is saying to Dave, yes, the ships are large. It would be just like being on land. And Ursula is saying to Bonnie, but there's always the option to reset the password, eh? And yes, Bonnie, you are, Ursula, you are right.
And then there's just another new one you have to remember.
Troy is saying, I really had dreams of owning a 45 to 70 foot sailboat monohull or a 45 foot of a larger catamaran. I researched it for years with a bad back and then the neck went. Yeah, so that's why we don't do sailboats. Best thing, Troy, is to get on a motorboat and then, mate, the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Don't need all that hard work.
Yep. Bonnie's saying to Troy, cruising is a lot easier than RVing. No driving involved, no hooking up water and sewer, and everything you want brought to you.
Correct.
I did RVing in my younger years.
Correct.
Ursula saying, I've got my laptop right next to my comfortable chair and I can type. So it goes quick to comment. I hate commenting on a cell phone. It feels so slow. Hey, Ursula,
right.
What's the rand worth now to the US dollar? Because I think the rand is worth 12 rand to the Aussie dollar. So I was wondering whether or not you guys, you and Halfwood might join us over in Miami. Come on the cruise, join us. Don't spend a week there. Spend a good 3 weeks if you can.
But what's the cost of living over there? Like, what would a coffee, if you went out for a coffee in South Africa, what would you pay?
I was told by Brian, my cousin who lives in Joburg,
yes,
that a litre of petrol costs best part of about 15 rand. So if you were equating it dollar for dollar, it'd be like paying $15 for a litre of petrol.
Wow.
Okay, so we pay $1.50.
Yeah.
Right? And it kind of breaks down to that. Bonnie is saying to Troy, cruising is a lot easier than RVing. Yeah, I read that one already.
Yep.
So let's get to the next one, and that is yeah, I read that one too. Let me get to this one. Bonnie is saying to Ursula, the new passwords want everything included: symbols, numbers, capital letters, more to remember.
Yep, I agree.
Bonnie, I've got a fix for that one. You use a program like Dashlane, which creates the password for you, and then you just use it every time you want to log into a program.
Yeah, but you need the password for the Dashlane. See, I find that frustrating. We go through this all the time. You need a password to access where your passwords are stored.
Forgot about that one.
It's really frustrating.
Okay, so Dave is saying, watched a short doco today about food on RCI. You cannot convince me that cruising is not the best value for money journey on the planet, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that.
You can't say the food's not great, pretty much on all chips.
Okay, now watch this. South
I'm watching.
African rand
Yes.
is 15 South African or 16 South African rands buys $1 US.
Wow.
So about 11 would buy an Aussie dollar.
Wow. Okay.
Or Canadian, whichever way you look at it. Dave is saying plenty of drive-offs at servos then in South Africa based on those prices refuel. Yep. No, they don't drive off. They just steal the pump.
Drive off with the pump.
That's right. Troy is saying to Bonnie, the RV will be a lifestyle, not just a cruise for me, but a cruise sounds like it's in my future. Yeah, you were talking earlier on about selling the house and just getting an RV. That sounds bloody awesome, to be honest. Ursula says, oh, now my husband should be here to give you prices. He insists on buying all the groceries. So he stocks the kitchen. He's been doing that for 22 years now. You got him well trained.
Look at you. No, you're very good too.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Cannot complain. Well, only a little bit. Only.
Ursula's saying to us, my Kaspersky stores my passwords, so I just log in and it will type in my passwords. I love that. Yeah, that's good. That does the job too.
Hang on, just say you have to log in, so you still need a password.
One.
Is that what you're saying?
One password.
Oh, okay. All right.
And of your currencies would probably allow you to live like a king here. Yep. And that's true, because
with that exchange rate,
prices, things are cheaper that way. Dave says we went to buy fuel in Las Vegas and pump wouldn't work, so we went inside and were told we had to prepay to avoid fuel theft. That's in the middle of the day. Oh, that's a shock to the system. Ursula says, I started my YouTube channel because I no longer have a job after COVID. Would never have considered it before, ever.
Yeah, you've got to be creative at the moment and try and find, ways to keep going.
So, Ursula, you monetized this yet? Also, Ursula says no login with my email address, and then Kaspersky does the work.
So you don't need an actual password.
You don't have to get complicated.
Good.
Actually, that's a point. I should tell Brian about YouTube. See if you can create a bit of a business with it.
Okay.
Anyway, so look at the time. We've had an awesome night tonight.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Few people in the chat.
Lovely, lovely.
You know who we haven't seen? We haven't seen John.
No, I said that we haven't seen John.
We've been an hour and we haven't seen John. Okay, so let's see what else is there.
This prepaying thing for fuel. In England, when I was over there, it was a bit confusing because we pay for fuel, well, except at Costco. That's the only prepay at the moment, I think.
Yep.
Now, but in England, you buy at night time. They lock the doors of the kiosks at like we have the 7-Elevens.
Yep.
And you have to pay at a window, like with a drawer. If you've got a credit card, you have to put the credit card in the drawer, so that stops theft altogether or hold-ups. Yeah, it was very confusing.
Troy is saying to David Burgess, paying for your fuel is the new norm everywhere in the US. Even when you're paying with cash, you must prepay.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
No. Dave is saying, well, how good has this been from around the world? Great show as always. Guys, you have to go, and we'll support as always Saturday. You guys are killing it. Onwards and upwards. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Please have a safe week, and we will catch you on Saturday. For those across the pond, it is 10 p.m. on Friday evening, which makes it 2 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, our time.
Yes.
Bonnie is saying many of my passwords are stored on iCloud passkey, but so many websites want me to continually change my
Yeah, they
password.
don't like you
Yeah.
keeping the same one for a long time.
Now here's a face we haven't seen for a while.
Oh, here's someone who's yes, and I was with you, young lady, in England when that happened, when I was with your sister-in-law. And I couldn't understand the accent in Manchester, and I was having a lot of trouble buying something when we stopped at a petrol station.
How are you, Rama?
Couldn't
How's the
understand a word he was
family?
saying to me. How are you?
I hope you guys are all doing well. We're thinking of you. Glad you could stop in.
We are thinking of you.
Ursula saying, stopped it. I actually asked him to marry me. I'm about 4 to 5 years older, but after school age doesn't matter. Hey, hubby loves to be in control of the cash. I do EFT payments like rent, etc. Ursula, I married a cougar too.
Arr.
Bonnie is saying good night. Bonnie, thanks for popping in. It was nice to have
Good night,
you.
Bonnie.
Stay
good night.
healthy, safe, and well. Ursula is saying, yes, I've been working like crazy as if YouTube is a business I started up. And
Well, he's hoping it goes.
hoping it's going well and you're starting to get a payment for it. So awesome.
We wish you well
Keep
with
it up.
that.
Yeah. Ursula's also saying, thank you for a fantastic live. I so enjoyed meeting you. You guys are great. Well, thank you for that, Ursula. Come on back in. Don't run away. Come and see us.
What is the name of your YouTube channel? Is it OM Granny Square? If you type in the name of your channel.
Troy is saying it's 2 a.m. here in Oregon, USA. Must go to bed. I stayed up late again. I'm so happy. Fordman brought us to your platform, and I'll be back again. I enjoyed it, but I'm off to bed. You both take care. Thank you, Troy. Troy, we'll see you on Friday evening. It's Eastern Standard Time at 10 p.m. So pop in. But as you know, Fordman here will tell you that 2 a.m. is just getting started. So look forward to seeing you. Take care.
Good night.
Rama is saying that everything is good. So that's awesome. Hope the family are all doing well. Dana is saying, Ursula, I look forward to learning from you. And we all do. Ursula's got a big smile on her face. So,
I'll come and learn how to crochet.
Ursula is saying to Dana, have a super day. I can assume Ursula's thinking about hitting that. Dana's thinking about hitting the hay as well. So, good night, Troy. And Troy saying goodbye to everybody, which is awesome.
Okay, and Ursula is...
As you as well. Ursula, pleasure meeting you tonight. And Ursula is saying...
Okay. Oh, yes. Right. Okay, the name of the channel. Fantastic. I'm live every Monday and Friday only. That's your local time?
Yes.
Hang on, Friday Eastern.
So Friday. Oh, that's US.
11 a.m. Okay, we'll have to watch. I'm going to have to watch.
We can find out, put it on. What's the timing? What time are you streaming in Cape Town?
It's 12 noon here now in Cape Town. Okay, so it's 9 hours.
Well, we can
9 hours.
Yeah, it's
behind.
the same as London time.
9 hours behind.
Yep. Same as London time.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
okay.
It'll have to. I'm sorry, but I'll have to catch you on the replay.
Why?
Well, because I can't watch it live on work.
What's wrong with you?
Work time.
Fordman here is up all night every night.
Yes, but I'm not Fordman, and you know that I like my sleep.
Oh yes, that's right. Sleep. Yes, she does. She goes 9. She goes Friday. Hang on. What was it? I had it.
It's GMT plus 2.
It's
Ramar,
yeah,
what time is it over there for you?
Yep.
If you're still with us.
It's 12 noon here in Cape Town now.
Okay.
So that is 6 p.m. GMT plus 2 on Fridays, and London is the same. London is GMT and she's plus 2. So 2 hours ahead of. That's cool. Awesome. Ford man here.
Okay. Like saying that.
I do, because
It
it's
can be
one of,
Kenny's voiceover man.
it is one of Kenny's best statements when he starts off his session. Ford man here. It's just like, it's just, yeah. Okay, I've done that enough tonight.
You have.
Well, folks, we're looking at another fun night again. I'm live Fridays, 6 p.m., which is 11 a.m. Eastern Time. London is 2 hours behind me. Yep, that's cool. Awesome. So we can try and figure out a way to actually get to watch you on your live. And we'll figure out a way to actually partake. Kenny is awesome. He is awesome. He's got the heart of gold, that young man. And I only wish him the best. Studying motor mechanics. So, guys, you want your cars fixed, take it over to him. Hang on.
Bit difficult for us.
Yeah, it would be.
There'll be submarines.
There would be submarines? Or would we turn the car into a submarine?
Well, if we took our cars over there for Kenny to fix, they would have turned into submarines.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, well. The thought was there. Dana's saying that she loves you, Kenny. Kenny's busy blushing right now. And then Ursula's saying, when I go live, you can come up on my panel for sure.
Lovely.
Oh, that would
Thank
be
you.
awesome. Thank you very much. We do bring people up occasionally, and you never know, you might just come up on stream. And then you know what the problem would be is we'd come up on stream on either channel, we'd start speaking Afrikaans, and everybody else would be looking at us speaking Afrikaans and thinking, what's going on there? Anyway, yeah, okay, I'll shut up. Next, please.
Yep.
Okay, she told me to shut up. You see, I know when she tells me to shut up is when she goes
Zero
really
words.
quiet.
No. Oh, okay. Not the look, is it?
That too. I get those together, right? The look and
No.
yep.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
So
Najuma's still sitting there very quietly.
Najuma always does.
Najuma
She's
just
always
pops up
gorgeous. Yep.
every now and then.
Either Mondays 1 p.m. GMT plus 2 or Friday 6 p.m. GMT plus 2. Any one of those will suit us. We'll see how we go.
We'll yep.
Najuma is saying good morning, good evening, everyone. You're off to bed. Have a good night.
Good night, Najuma. Thanks for popping
Thanks
in.
for popping in. Ursula
No,
is saying,
Don't know because I'm not South African. I do know a few words here and there.
and
like,
those swear words.
Well, no. If you're having an orange or a mandarin, you ask if I want a scafie.
Yep.
Oh, now I've forgotten. It's hot. I better be careful because I might say something else accidentally.
No,
Not that I know anything else accidentally anyway in Afrikaans.
She might not be speaking Afrikaans. She might be speaking Zulu.
Yeah, I could.
And she knows Zulu as well.
Okay. Oh, I can't remember what it is now. How to say it? I'm sure I know. I know more than scafie, surely.
Yeah, you do.
Bourvos.
Bourvos. Listen,
which is banned in this house
Ursula,
or inside the house.
Let me say, I've been trying to educate her on how to have decent Boerewors, right?
Oh.
Decent South African tucker. Biltong, I can just about get into the house, but Boerewors, forget it. So annoying.
I the first time you cooked it inside, the house stank. It reeked. So it's banished outside for the barbecue.
She can't get used to the fact that there's coriander in there.
No, but I like coriander. Actually, the one that you made a few weeks ago on the Barbie, I didn't mind that one.
You know why? I'll tell you why.
Why?
The original one that we bought from Woolies was kosher. So it was straight beef. The one
I thought you got that from the South African shop. Yeah, that very first time.
No.
Ah. So
the one that I got from the Safa shop.
That was the one you cooked recently.
Yes.
Oh, that was a night. That was a.
And the difference
that wasn't so bad.
It's got a bit of unmentionable in there.
Oh, okay.
As in.
Okay.
A bit of pork.
That's fine.
Yep.
Doesn't bother me.
Yep. So Ursula's saying, when I get to know someone, well, I have the urge to speak Afrikaans, which is hilarious because in YouTube they don't understand Afrikaans.
Oh, because there aren't any
Baie
South
mooi.
Africans watching.
Kom ons sal praat. Hulle sal nie verstaan nie. Ursula says, oh, boerewors is great.
Yeah, but I'm not South African. I'm not South African.
So? Peter Dean, who isn't South African, likes boerewors.
Okay. Well,
give me a break. Ursula's saying, oh, you have a Woolworths there.
Sure do.
That is super.
The supermarkets only.
Woolies is a little bit different to Woolworths in South Africa, right? Woolies here, Woolworths is it is actually owned. Apparently, it is owned by the guys that own OK Bazaars, and it is just a supermarket, so huge supermarket chain. Ursula was having a bit of a laugh. I'm hoping it was at my Afrikaans. If it wasn't, well then, good. I'm glad I entertained somebody.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, so we're down to 8 in the chat, and so what I'm going to say to you folks is, it is heading on towards 9:15 our time. I'd like to thank you all for coming on board, those of you who did enjoy, and Fordman here.
And for those of you who didn't.
And for those of you who didn't, like John of JNN Travels. But like to thank you guys for all coming on board. We hope that you enjoyed our session this evening, and we'll join in on another session in the next day or two.
The cooked, well, both, I suppose.
She just doesn't.
I just, it was the smell more than anything. Ursula, when he first cooked it, I love coriander, love it, and I like a good sausage. No comment. But when he cooked it, the house reeked.
It is 9:15 p.m., so 21:15. And Ursula also said, had a good laugh about the cougar bit as well. Yep. Hey, join in. Doesn't matter. You can join in anytime for a giggle. At any rate, please come back on our channel, folks. It's been nice to have you on board.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, hit that red button at the bottom and thumbs up. And we shall have a chat and see you guys all on Wednesday next week, or else Saturday or your Friday evening this week. Let me just answer a couple of things here quickly in the chat. Ari Chavez, I'm back. Just done my short sunset live stream.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
We'll have a look at that.
We'll look at that shortly. Bill, thank you very much for joining us. Have a safe day today.
Yeah.
Make sure that you do stay safe. Lastly, very quickly, Ursula is saying, no man, Sean, you must have done something wrong then, because if you put it on her plate, she might just love it.
What sausage are you talking about?
She's talking about the boerewors that I cooked.
Putting the sausage on the plate.
Ursula, thank you for becoming family. We really appreciate that. In fact, anybody who has become
thanks,
family, we
thanks,
appreciate.
thanks, lovely.
So thank you very much,
Thanks
folks.
for that.
Have a very pleasant evening. And as we usually say,
It's
but well, before we say good night, it's the Down Under Cruises. You're Sean.
no, you're sure.
You're right. You're Ilana.
So confused.
And I am.
I know do you know who you are?
No.
You're Sean.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you, Sean. Yeah, you're right. It is Sean.
You're right.
Yep, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. So
You're
it's good night from her.
And it's good night from him. Good night now.
Take care. Good night.